Did you know that AI is transforming industries you'd never expect, like steel mills and freight logistics?
I think if we can eliminate the human error and also utilize AI to even develop these, CAD models or 3D models, that we can spend more time talking about the project specifically instead of spending all your time going through all these documents.
In terms of the impact of AI,
the way we think about it at my company at a high level is,
In today's episode, we reveal how two CEOs are using tech to shake up these industries. You'll learn why they say AI isn't just hype, it's the future edge that these companies are going to be relying on. Dan Logan is CEO of N.A. Logan, a leading industrial painting and coatings contractor. And Danny Frisco is the CEO of Rapido, a nearshore logistics firm with over 750 staff. Let's dive in.
so our business, it heavily relies on technology just day to day. So if you think about how we staff our teams, again, they're all in Mexico. They're all managed by the US company that we partner with. So they're doing a ton of Zooms. Everything is done via the internet, emails, Zooms, messaging, everything like that. And then in the future, I think AI will play a big part in how we kind of design our product and our company in the future. And I think we're going to get into that a little bit as well.
yeah.
Information's important for us. We're constantly studying metrics and improving our, in many areas of a job. And so it's to have information readily at hand to make the necessary improvements. That's where we mostly that's where we can see our successes. The industrial sector has been a little more archaic in terms of the technology. So now we're, as we continue to introduce them, it's so much more helpful for, including our foremen to know exactly, where their performance is, where we're lacking. And so it's been beneficial, very much so.
Yeah. So maybe we'll jump into what you were hinting at in terms of the impact of AI.
Yeah, so I see AI very much as a tool, right? So it should help make the human more efficient. Yes, it could definitely take away some roles, and we see it more at very much a task level. And what AI can do is start solving some of these tasks that a human might do today, kind of the low-hanging fruit. We've seen generative AI in the logistics supply chain space with bots and voice AI agents and text and email AI agents. So we're excited to start getting into that a little bit. The way we think about it at my company at a high level is, how can we make the human more efficient at the end of the day? So as a staffing model, our value add is, we train better, we manage them better, we help support them better so that the human today can be more productive. I think what AI and technology can do is unlock a lot of that growth internally of those individuals. So yes, maybe now you don't need as many humans doing the job, but AI can make them more efficient, more productive, less errors, be able to gather better data. So a big thing in the logistics industry and say customer service is taking in all the information, but then uploading it to a CRM equivalent, which in logistics is called a TMS. So it's a lot of manual data entry. It's taking calls and then just passing that information into a TMS so the whole company has visibility into it. We see AI being able to do a lot of those tasks and then also be able to feed it live data. And Dan, as you said, data is kind of king right now, especially in AI. And it's not to say it's without
All this like
kind of hardships of rolling it out. I think having a ton of data for the AI to work off of and having very well detailed processes so that the AIs can learn over time. I see that as the big challenge right now of how companies can implement it, just kind of having those roadblocks. But We definitely think that's the future on how we can kind of connect AI and technology with the human in the loop that we always refer to it as, and kind of go to market with a much better product in the future.
Right. So I guess in contrast, in kind of your industry working in steel mills, the impact of AI is probably more in the back office, on the front lines. Really, you'd need some kind of robotics or something to really be able to kind of see a massive impact. Is that right?
I think it'll be extremely helpful in the bidding process. I think human error is very common on, how you might have priced a project incorrectly. If we're looking at thousands of pages of isometric drawings, that we can probably utilize AI to analyze the data, look at what our takeoffs are, what type of work we're actually dealing with, the length, footages and all types of substrates that the project requires for us to address. I think if we can eliminate the human error and also utilize AI to even develop these, CAD models or 3D models, that we can spend more time talking about the project specifically instead of spending all your time going through all these documents, making sure that you have the right pipe footages or whatever the job is, whatever the scope is. If AI can utilize that, take this, address us and tell us the exact scope, and even develop the actual model itself, and then we can, spend more time together making sure that our strategies are correct, how we timeline, each step in the project to make sure that our pricing is competitive. There's no, we don't want to take a loss on a project, so it's. I think that's it would. On the back end is where it's going to be most helpful for us.
So basically, if you work in supply chains or steel mills, AI is going to do all the heavy lifting while we lounge in hammocks, right?
Not exactly. AI is a powerful tool, but the real value emerges when humans know how to apply it. Just as you heard, even very different industries can use AI to cut costs, improve workflows, and crucially, maintain a competitive advantage. By the way, if you want frameworks and tools for implementing AI, consider subscribing to our newsletter, which is linked in the description for this video. We consolidate insights from working across hundreds of companies so you can avoid the biggest pitfalls. See you in the next episode.